Hello friends, good morning. Today in the video lecture series on learning disability, we are in the fourth class, fourth session. And I am going to share with you small examples or biographies of famous personalities who had learning disability. So when I am going to share this, the parents and the teachers will be able to understand that, see, this disability is something that people can overcome. It could be managed and with the right intervention, and what is the real perspective of education. So in order to motivate you and to help you to get a clearer perspective, I thought I will just share with you just selected famous personalities. Of course there are many people, but I'm just going to share a few. Number one is Albert Einstein. So you all know about this person. He is a great theoretical physicist. He was the one who found out the theory of relativity. You know what? He was not able to read till the age of 7. He was not able to read and he was not able to speak till the age of 10. And the teachers themselves, they thought he is a bit low, a mentally retarded child maybe. That's why he is taking time to read and all those things. But as he was in the school, once he started to read and to speak, he was really good in calculus, in mathematics. So he was going very fast. More than the syllabus, he was able to understand that very well. But the point is that he failed in French, chemistry and biology. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that, see, some children will have some skill, some special ability on certain areas, but there may be a failure in other areas. So the education system should see to the strength of it. But sadly in Indian education system, see, we'll all have to have a pass in all the subjects and it should be a high marks. So these things are there. But in spite of that, let us as parents and primary school teachers, try to understand. So here Albert Einstein too had a problem wherein, because he was going a little ahead in understanding maths, but he was a failure in other areas. So he was not able to fit into the school system over there, and he felt it is so boring and it is very mechanical. He himself came out of the school. So he didn't have a proper school education. That's what I'm trying to say. And after that, with a lot of support and help and struggle, and then he got into the University of Switzerland, Zurich, and after that and all, it had been a great journey. So the self-determination and the belief in oneself is the one thing that really helped Albert Einstein to come up to this level. So he knew what his strength is, and his parents knew what his strength is, and therefore he was diverted in that area. But the school, actually he was expelled from the school. So that is number one. And the second thing I would like to say, second person is Thomas Alva Edison. Again, he was the one who invented electric bulb, and he has around 1093 patents to his credit, it seems. But if you have to know his background, he not only had dyslexia, but he had another associated problem called attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It's called ADHD. Sometimes it goes along with dyslexia. So with that, he was not able to fit into the school system, and teachers were not able to handle him. He was sent out of the school. And he was homeschooled. That is, he was taught at home itself by his mother. His mother knew that this child is not stupid as what the school thinks. The child is smart. Only thing, the child is not able to fit into the school system. The mother believed in the child and did lot of homeschooling and teaching and everything. And as a result, we can find what he came up to. But he was very good in reading. So the mother encouraged him to read. He read a lot. He understood about many things. And then he learnt by himself. So that is Thomas Alva Edison's story. Really inspiring. And the third person is George Bernard Shaw. We all know he was an Irish playwright, writer, and he was the one who wrote many great dramas like Cleopatra, Androcles and the Lion and everything, and he was a political activist. And again, he also had dyslexia along with ADHD, attention deficit hyperactive disorder. And again, like Thomas Alva Edison, it was the mother's perseverance and hard work and the determination, that helped George Bernard Shaw, because he was good in these kind of arts and things like that. He had a very creative mind. So the mother was channelizing him into that level. She had taken him to the National Gallery and every museum and exhibition and everything, and developed that area. So this is what we'll have to see. Every child has if the child has a problem in learning, the child has some other strength in some other area. So we have to focus on that and enhance the self-esteem so that they will be able to overcome it very well. Okay, and the fourth person, Muhammad Ali, American professional boxer, Olympic gold medalist, lot of awards and medals he has got. He had a problem. He couldn't read properly. He had again dyslexia. Okay, and he was very poor in studies, and he had problem in getting into the school and continuing in the school. So that is about Muhammad Ali. And we have Winston Churchill. Winston Churchill, he was the former Prime Minister of United Kingdom, and it is said that he failed many times in the same class, and the teachers got fed up, and he himself and the father also thought, anyway it's not possible, so he was taken out from the school, and somehow he was trained to get into the army, and he got into the army. But he had a political thoughts, and he was able to understand the political scenario, and he got interested in that, and parents helped him to develop on that, and finally we had a prime minister, a great prime minister, right? Okay, so everywhere we can find, it's not the marks or it's not the academic performance that determines a person's future or personality. Okay, there are a lot of skill sets, strengths, so that is important. Identifying that is important. Second is the trust and the hope that the parents have on them, and channelizing them to go in that area is important. Marks alone will not determine anything at all, but we are literally having a mad race behind marks, the schools as well as the parents. That's the problem. Even children without disability are struggling a lot in this kind of a school system. If we cannot wait till the whole education system changes, we can change. We can have a different perspective, right? Another person is Henry Ford. Henry Ford, again, he an American industrialist, and he was the founder of the Ford Motor Company. He was very economically a very poor person, and poor in studies again. He had gone to a school where there was only one room for 8 classes. For 8 years he studied in just one room where many classes were there. Imagine the condition of the way he studied, and since he could not study properly, he had his disability, he quit. According to him, learn to do by doing. So he was helping his father, and he became a big industrialist. Okay, and he became one of the richest person. So we know the transformation that takes place when you have a different perspective. Again, Walt Disney, again animator, a writer, film producer. He also had just to high school. He just went 1 year only. After that, he quit the school. So all these people whom I am telling are the ones who did not have proper school education because of this disability, and others did not trust them, but they trusted themselves, and the family members trusted themselves, right? Even Steven Spielberg, who legendary director who directed Jaws and Jurassic Park, he again had the same problem. Now coming to two Indian famous personalities, I have to wind it up with that. Abhishek Bachchan, nobody knew that he had a problem with learning disability till that movie Tare Zameen Par that was the time it was revealed that he had a problem with learning disability. And Hrithik Roshan, again a very famous actor, he had very poor communication skills. He just couldn't speak at all. So he had to be sent to speech therapy sessions. So the hard work, but he was a very, he wanted to achieve in life. So he, along with the help and support of the family members, with a lot of determination, he was able to communicate. Now see, imagine how he is speaking so well in the movies and all. So every disability can be overcome with, changing our perspective, not focusing only on the marks, by giving a very supportive environment and believing in hard work. We will be able to manage and overcome this. So just 10 people I've just shared in this video for us to get empowered and motivated so that we will be able to look at things in a different way, right? Thank you. God bless.